Americans spend $200 a month on this. This has existed for 2,000 years and costs $3 to make. The government banned it. Not because it didn't work, because nobody could own it. Stay with me and I will show you exactly what it is and how to make it yourself. Stay with me.
I want to show you something. Open PubMed right now and search Lipitor clinical trials. You will find over 40,000 published studies. Now search red yeast rice cholesterol. You will find fewer than 300. Same compound, same mechanism, same result. 40,000 studies versus 300. That is not a difference in science. That is a difference in funding. You cannot patent a food that has existed for 2,000 years. So no pharmaceutical company will fund research on it. And without funded research, no doctor learns about it in medical school. And without doctors recommending it, nobody knows it exists. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as it was designed to work, for the people who designed it. Statins manage your cholesterol numbers. Red yeast rice tells your body to produce less cholesterol in the first place. One treats the number, the other addresses the cause. And only one of them can be patented. Here is what this actually does inside your body. Your liver uses an enzyme to manufacture cholesterol. Think of that enzyme as a factory manager. Red yeast rice contains a compound that tells that factory manager to slow down production. Not stop, just slow down. Your body still makes what it needs. It just stops overproducing. The 2015 review of 20 trials found this reduced LDL cholesterol by the same margin as low-dose statin therapy. Not close, not almost, the same. And in a trial of nearly 5,000 patients in China, it reduced heart attacks and total deaths in people who had already had a heart attack. That data is in the National Institutes of Health database right now. It has been there for years. Your doctor just was never incentivized to find it. This food shows up in Chinese medical texts from the year 800, but the moment that matters is 1596. A physician named Li Shizhen published the Compendium of Materia Medica, which was the most comprehensive medical reference in Chinese history. He documented red yeast rice specifically for blood circulation and heart health. That book was the medical standard for centuries across Asia. Then, in 1987, Merck Pharmaceuticals isolated the active compound from a different fungus, synthesized it, patented it, and called it lovastatin. The drug was approved as Mevacor. And a few years later, when a supplement company started selling red yeast rice for a fraction of the prescription price, the FDA took them to federal court. The case was called Pharmanex versus Shalala. In 2001, the court ruled that a food containing the same compound as a patented drug was legally a drug. The ancient food was banned from supplement shelves, not because anyone proved it was harmful, because it was too similar to something someone owned. If everything I have told you so far makes you angry, hit the like button, because what I am about to show you is going to make you angrier, and also give you an option they did not plan for. Here is what they did not anticipate. The FDA banned red yeast rice supplements, but they cannot ban a food. And red yeast rice has been sold in Chinese grocery stores across America as a cooking ingredient since 1931. It is right here. It has been here this whole time. The law they used to ban the supplement specifically cannot apply to a product that was sold as food before the drug was ever patented. Red yeast rice as food predates Mevacor by 2,000 years. So the FDA's own ruling created a situation where the supplement version is illegal and the exact same thing in the cooking aisle is completely fine, about $8, right next to the rice vinegar. A lawyer for the supplement company actually asked the FDA during the trial. He said oyster mushrooms also contain the same compound naturally. If I put oyster mushrooms in a capsule, does that make them a drug? The FDA had no answer. So here is exactly how to make it at home. You need two things: cooked short grain white rice and a Monascus purpureus culture. That is pronounced Monascus purpureus. You can order this online, and I will link the one I use in the description. Cook your rice normally. This is the critical step. Let it cool completely to room temperature. Hot rice will kill the culture. Mix in the culture at the ratio on your packet, usually about 1 teaspoon per cup of dry rice. Spread the inoculated rice in a shallow tray. Cover it with cheesecloth, not an airtight lid, because it needs airflow. Keep it between 77 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Turn it gently every 2 days. Watch it go from white to pink to a deep crimson. That color is the compound, working. Once it is fully and consistently red all the way through, dry it on a rack at low heat or in a dehydrator. Store it in an airtight jar. It will last 12 months. One batch costs a few dollars. The same compound in a prescription bottle costs $200 a month. They declared this food illegal in 2001, but they could not erase 2,000 years of use. They could not remove it from every grocery store in America. And they cannot stop you from making it in your own kitchen. The full protocol with exact ratios and my recommended culture source is linked below. If someone you know is paying hundreds of dollars a month for a cholesterol prescription, share this with them. Not as medical advice. As a history lesson they were never supposed to have. Next video. Americans spend $80 a month on lutein eye supplements. There is a flower you can grow in a pot on your porch that has more lutein per gram than anything on that shelf. That video drops next week. I am May. This is Purposeful Roots. Subscribe so you do not miss it.